North Carolina people are evacuating.
Yeah.
We're just so aware of what's coming to them. We believe that by Friday we will have water to deliver that we have here. And by Tuesday we will start in North Carolina.
So this will be your worst.
This is one of the worst things.
This will be the worst neighborhood in town because the water comes from both directions.
Is this the worst that you've seen?
It will be. What we had the other day, the flash flooding, was about equal to summer happened.
Is everybody okay? Better now. Better now. Better now. So the houses you get ready for a couple of days from
Here, Doug, Evan.
Taking some stuff out, trying to get
Up on the hood.
so calm, right?
After the great again.
We're making America great again. You better believe it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, President. How are you? Doing good? Thank you, sir.
So right now the houses are okay. Yes, sir. 2 days. They'll be 2 days.
Thank you, sir.
They'll be okay in 2 days.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good luck in 2 days. You'll be okay. You're going to be okay.
Their money where their mouth is. We got to have 40 more miles to get to I-95
Right.
to get an outlet here. And we would.
So where is that? Where is that in Congress?
We're
When have you
waiting
started the
for the
process?
infrastructure bill.
Okay, because it's part of it.
We've got
Yes,
a
sir.
pending grant.
That's part of it.
request.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but we want to, but here's the thing, if we could get it in this emergency disaster declaration, because we need a lifeline.
And what do you
And
do
it
with
makes
hookups
sense.
to other states who
Well,
haven't built it yet?
We're right, the first step is to get to 95. If we get to 95, we've got an outlet.
1.2 billion for us to get to 95. Horry County's putting in 300 million. We're looking for the state to 300 to 400 million, and from the federal government the other part, and we can get to 95.
That'd solve a lot of problems. So why don't
Yes,
you,
sir.
Tim, why don't you and Lindsay
Yes, sir.
start looking at that?
Absolutely.
Very much so with Tom.
We've been working on it, that's for sure.
Tom's
I was here for the area before he got here.
Well, they've been looking at this thing for 25 years, right? They've been talking about this.
Senator Graham,
Yeah, no, now you have a real builder.
Senator Graham and Secretary Chow and I have met. I've met with Bill Schuster, Chairman of Transportation.
What do they say?
Committee, and
What do they
Mr.
say?
Gribbon. They say this is exactly the kind of project that we're looking for.
So do you ever insist on building them 4 or 5 feet high?
And that may be something that has to do, but this whole neighborhood's been here since the early 50s. And I've never seen flooding until recently. A lot of it is all the swamps from the area. You're talking an area the size of Rhode Island, drain into this one canal behind us. So all that water comes to one choke point.
So when do you expect the big day? What is it, 2 days from now?
It'll get to the point where it was with each houses a week in water. How you doing, Mayor? Every Saturday. But the worst of it, the height of it, it's very shallow.
Some water behind you.
That's
Really long time to wait, huh?
It's a long time to wait and takes a long time to go down. And the other big concern is people don't realize is this river is our drinking water. So flooding is not a good thing for us, because you get all that extra leaching that will work its way into the river. This was a neighborhood.
Hey guys.
Guys, right here, stop.
Guys,
Still's only back up, back up, back up. What are we doing? What are we doing? At least 3 to 4.
Yeah, by Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
you can see the water line where it was the other day with the flash flooding. It's expected to get to that level plus 3 feet.
There's no way else. Moving back now.
It should get hit.
Back them up. Okay. That's fast.
Guys, back up to the end of the road. Come on. Back up to the end of the road.
Preparation.
Keep going.
We haven't had our
Yeah, that's how it works. It does. So it's
Well, for those of you who haven't been here for a while, welcome to South Carolina, welcome to Conway, welcome to Horry County, and if you've been looking for rain and water, you've come to the right place. We are delighted to have the President here and others as well. We have not had a disaster like this one before. Hurricane Hugo in 1989 was a tremendous blow, but it came in McClellanville just above Charleston and went through in a hurry. Hurricane Florence came here and stayed, going from North Carolina and South Carolina, and left record amounts of rain. So our problem has not been with the wind and the rain hitting us, but with the rain that is still here, and we have not only the record amounts that have dropped on South Carolina, particularly in this third of the state, but we have the water coming down from North Carolina because we have 3 watersheds, 3 riversheds. The Waccamaw, the PD, and the Lynch's River, those watersheds all coming to where we are. So the rain and the water that you see out there now is just the beginning. The worst is yet to come. We're going to have water outside this building maybe 4 feet deep, maybe 5 feet deep, maybe something less. But we got people that need help. The good news is the team in South Carolina is up to the job. We have had the best cooperation and coordination and preparation that people say they have ever seen. And it goes from volunteers to private companies and private people, as well as the local authorities, the state authorities, with our congressional delegation and everybody in between, not the least of which has been our federal partners. We have had more cooperation and coordination and communication with our federal partners than we have ever had before. This may be the worst disaster that we've had in South Carolina, but the cooperation and the assistance and the encouragement and the confidence that's given to our people by the federal establishment and what we call Team South Carolina is beyond compare. So we are confident that we're going to build our way out of this. We've managed the hurricane. Now we've got to manage the floods, and then we'll manage the reconstruction and the rebuilding. And one great thing that we have helping us is this man standing behind me, President Donald Trump. 1 in a million. South Carolina loves you, and we're delighted you're here.
First of all, Henry, thank you, and you're doing a fantastic job. Everybody, the job that you're doing, the coordination. We just left North Carolina. They got hit really, really hard, and they are working, and all of that water is coming your way. A lot of people don't know that. They assume you look outside and you see this beautiful weather, but over the next couple of days, it's going to get rough in South Carolina. So the federal government is behind you. We have Lindsey Graham here. We have Tim. Where's Tim and Lindsey? Tim, Scott. They have really, they're with us all the way. They're with us all the way, and whatever we need from Washington, we are there. Our team, I don't think there's ever been a team like this. From everybody, virtually everybody said it. What we're doing on a federal basis, what you're doing on a local basis, and the coordination has been absolutely incredible. So I know you have a rough few days, and then it'll last a long time. Could last a long time. But you're going to have a rebuilding process, and we are behind you from day one. From 3 days ago, and now it looks nice, but it's really the calm before the storm, because you're going to have a lot of water. We see it. It's coming down. It just comes down. Nobody would believe a thing like this could happen. And already you've broken all records, and this is going to add 4, 5, 6 feet of water all over the state. So Washington is with you, Trump is with you, we are all with you 100%, and we'll get through it. And I think the most exciting part is going to be that rebuild, because we're going to have a lot of rebuilding. I flew over and there's a lot of damage, and you haven't really been hit yet by comparison to what's coming. So I love South Carolina, I love this state. I'm very proud of Henry McMaster, the job he's done as your governor. And I can tell you that Tim and Lindsay and myself and Tom from the great congressman, we're all in there fighting, and it's going to work out very well. This room, the job you do is great, and we really want to thank you. This is real emergency stuff at the highest level, and we want to thank you. So anything I can do, you all know where to call me, and we will be there for South Carolina. We're going to be there for this disaster. Thank you, everyone.